All right, guys, La Liga has asked the Spanish Federation to move a 6th of December match between Villarreal and Atletico Madrid to be played at Villarreal to Miami. Let's get Mark Ogden's thoughts on this before we get your opinions. Mark, we've seen how this played out last year. It didn't go through. Any reason to suspect that this will go differently?
I don't see how it can. Ultimately, it's not down to the clubs or even the La Liga Association. It's down to the host football association, which in this case would be the US and FIFA. And if the US feel that it would diminish the value of the MLS and take the attention away from their domestic league, it's not going to get legs. So FIFA would have to okay it. The US Soccer Federation would have to okay it. And I just don't see how that works, because by giving it the green light, they automatically say that their domestic league isn't good enough, which, people might argue that's the case, but people with investment in the MLS will say, actually, the MLS is a growing league and we don't need a European league to come in and basically take the attention away from our league. So I just don't see how it gets off the ground.
Ale, you agree? Would this be bad for Major League Soccer?
Well, I just think that you are taking one league game that could be very important to Villarreal or very important to Atletico Madrid. You are changing the dynamic for both teams, and you're bringing it to a different environment altogether for no reason other than you want to expand your brand and money associated and potential windfall of money for somebody. Somebody's going to get money in their pockets. Anytime you're making a decision based on that, then you're going to run into a risky situation. What I do think is, in the case of MLS, as it pertains to the date in December, well, MLS is not playing at that time. So maybe it doesn't really make that big of a deal. But I do think, overall, it's just gimmicky. It's just not the way it's supposed to be. You want to bring exhibition matches here? Fine, do that. You want to bring preseason matches here? Fine, do that as well. No worries whatsoever. But a league game, as important as it could be for potentially Atletico Madrid, who may be in a title race, and maybe this dynamic changes for them, the way that they would perform. Would I want it to be that way if I were a supporter or a player involved with any of these teams? I wouldn't want it at all.
Stevie, what do you think?
I don't think it's a good thing for MLS if you're allowing teams from other countries to bring a league game, a real game, to try and entice American fans to follow them. You should be enticing them to follow the MLS side. So from that point of view, from a player's point of view, I think if I'm Atletico Madrid, I have less of a problem than the Villarreal players, because, any advantage you get against any side, never mind the big sides, is your home advantage. So Villarreal straight away are losing that. So if I'm a Villarreal player, I'm not happy about it.
I'll be honest, I don't see how this gets off the ground. In that, just kind of given the contentious relationship between La Liga and the Spanish FA, then you have to get UEFA, FIFA approval, USSF, possibly even CONCACAF approval. There's a lot of boxes to be ticked. And even so, if you somehow get those ticked, I'm with the guys here. Ali says it's gimmicky. I think it takes on a friendly feel. Playing this game in the US, it feels like a friendly, not that like 3 points are at stake. And I understand the counter argument in that you have NFL games and MLB games in Europe now, and trying to extend those brands. But those are regular season games that aren't as important as postseason games. Just kind of given the difference in structure of the leagues, I think you can get away with it from the US side and US sports in that regard. I just don't see how it works or makes sense for La Liga to do this.
Again, they tried it last year. Barcelona and Girona didn't get off the ground, didn't get done. Let's take a look at the La Liga table. Real Madrid 2 points clear of Barcelona, and the aforementioned Atletico Madrid 3 points off the top of the league.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.